550 and 92.9 WAME Statesville.
And good morning, 10:01, 1 minute after 10 o'clock, 85 degrees already here in the beautiful downtown Statesville. And here we are in the Randy Marion Studios in the Clock Tower building. And look who's here. A whole host of dignitaries.
We're the masked bandits.
That's true. Everybody's got their mask on. Can you even tell
who we are? No.
Yes, that's right. That should be the thing. Let's close up on everyone to see if we can tell who's who.
Deniability.
There you are. Well, that voice, I know that voice.
The eyes are a direct window to our soul.
Is that right?
Isn't that what the... Okay,
yes.
yeah.
That is very deep.
Let's look in
Thank
Charles's
you.
eyes. Oh,
with only 2 cups
what
of
a
coffee.
soul.
You don't want to get in there.
That's right. So it's time for Downtown on Tap with our host, Marin Tomlin, Director, President, Operations Manager of Downtown Statesville Development Corporation.
I think I just gained some new titles.
CEO. That's right.
Yeah.
So
good morning.
Everything we need to know, what's going on in beautiful downtown Statesville.
Yeah.
What's the latest and greatest?
Just lots of stuff going on. Mm-hmm. Busy.
There really is.
Yeah.
Had a great Friday After 5 this past week.
Yes. Very good.
Of course, it was on Friday. That was a huge band.
Yeah, it was 10 people. I think we learned our lesson that maybe a 10-person band doesn't work so well.
Or a larger stage, one or the other.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
But anyway, very successful.
Yeah. Thank you.
So
and when you think about, there's high school football going on.
Okay.
There was a lot of other things happening in the community. So we were very happy.
And aside from that, Shannon Vieira had the Kids Expo going on.
Yes, that was a wonderful turnout. And I mean, the kids, there was maybe 15.
There's a bunch, yeah.
Kid vendors, I guess, and some great products over there. So that was a great event to add as an additional.
I bought cookies and bracelets. It was all the money I had. That's what I got. So, anyway.
Yeah. So I am excited. We've got a couple great guests with us today.
Yes.
So coming up soon, really soon, is the Full Bloom Film Festival.
Ta-da!
So we've got Charles Ashe. And are you the chairman of what?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Give him a title.
Let's say I'm leading the committee this year.
Very good, very good. And Brittany Marlow is here, and I'm not sure she's on the committee, but...
I am. They pulled me onto the board this year, and also I am over the hospitality portion of
okay.
things.
And then we have Amy Fuhrman.
Amy.
Hi, I'm doing some marketing for the festival, along with some really awesome people who are helping me.
Yeah. So it's a really interesting event for Statesville to host. And I'm not sure that a lot of people out there understand the concept of a film festival. So why don't we start with that, and then you can kind of tell everyone about what's going to be happening, the date, and how you get tickets and all that sort of stuff. So, but like for the average Joe...
Yeah, it's just an opportunity to see films you wouldn't normally get to see in a theater. Obviously, we're not going to theaters much now, but this film festival is very much community-based. Mm-hmm. It was built around trying to use downtown. Mm-hmm. So we had this year 100 entries. 35 films were chosen to be part of the festival, September 9th through 11th. We have representation from the U.S., France, Turkey, Chile, and the Russian Federation.
Wow.
It's always fun to go through all those films. We have a great selection committee that watched all the films and chose our lineup this year. Something different this year is normally at a film festival you don't have an opportunity to see all the films because they run at the same time. So if you're going to see this block of films, you won't get to see the block of films that's playing down the street. We're doing our blocks differently this year so that you can actually see them multiple times. So each block is played twice, correct? During the festival.
So you don't have to miss out on anything if there's two that are kind of in your wheelhouse that you want to see.
Right. Prior to being involved, that was always something that I always, kind of regretted, is that I wasn't able. There were always a few films that overlapped that I knew I wasn't going to be able to see, and would they? We've always done like the special events afterward where you might bring a film back around, and I always hope that the one that I missed would be. So that'll be really neat for this year.
Yeah,
You
that's a
have
great
more of an
addition.
opportunity to see everything you want to.
We have animation, we have short narrative, short documentary, feature narrative, and feature film. So we have this year, very rare for any small film festival especially, we have 2 red carpet world premieres. So even some of the actors that are in these films have not even seen the films yet.
Oh, wow.
We have representation of 16 of the films that we're showing. That's 55 guests in our community that will be coming, that are part of these films that we're showing. So we're very lucky there. We have the 2 red carpet events. One is a documentary called Saving Spiracle. That is a documentary coming from Charlotte about a marketing firm that went through COVID, and it's kind of their story of how they survived it. They will be here among others. We look forward to meeting them. And then we have Samland, which is our feature coming from Texas, I believe is where the filmmaker is from. And we look forward. Those are the actors that haven't even seen the film yet. So
how do you get like a world premiere? Like how did we end up with being able to highlight that in Statesville?
We're very lucky. They submitted. They did not tell us anything about that it had never been shown before. We picked it, and then they told us. So we picked it on the merit of it being a good film, and then we're pleasantly surprised that it had not been shown anywhere. So, I mean, it's unbelievable that we have those. So please come out and see those films. So tell me,
like, how... Where are some of the venues?
Okay.
What do ticket prices look like? I mean, what is the general,
you know, some of that?
So, as Charlie said, we are so proud that this festival really features our downtown. And so we made an effort to spread our venues across downtown. Our red carpet films are at Shearer Hall at Mitchell Community College, and we literally roll out the red carpet for those. We also are showing films at Iredell Arts Council, Iredell Museums, and what we're referring to as the Delaney's Annex. Delaney's owns the space next to the restaurant and bar, and so we'll be able to show films there. We're having our box office at Lake Mountain Coffee. Okay. What am I forgetting? Anyway, the point is, lots of venues throughout downtown, and the cool thing is, the CVB, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, is doing a stay and play package. So all those filmmakers that you've heard about and other guests who are coming to Statesville will be staying at local hotels, and the CVB is running a trolley. And the trolley will go from all the different downtown venues and to the hotel venues so that people can hop on and off.
Yeah, that's fabulous. Cool. That's an awesome, really creates the event atmosphere. So excited about that. So what are ticket prices? What are that's like? How does that run?
So the great thing is you can really choose from a variety of options, and you can buy a single session pass if you know there's just one film you want to see. You can buy a day pass. You can buy a festival pass, which will give you access to all the films Friday and Saturday. Or you can be extra cool and buy our VIP pass, which will give you access to everything plus our awesome parties, which are the best.
Yeah, you don't want to miss those.
You don't want to miss those.
Well, are they like
tell
Hollywood
us a little
parties?
bit about the parties.
Yeah, totally like Hollywood parties.
Charlie will be providing the entertainment.
I'll be clogging at each of those parties. So, yeah, bring your cameras.
No, it's just food, drink, and it's really a time to talk with those filmmakers and with other people who are our sponsors, our amazing sponsors, and other festival goers about the films you've just seen as you enjoy delicious food and drink.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay.
And the neat thing is the Film Fest brings so many really cool people into Statesville that it's, the parties especially are a great time to meet these filmmakers and to learn their background and why they're doing what they're doing. I've in the past have met some really, really awesome people.
Are these like a black tie party, or you just come as you are?
Nothing's quite that fancy.
Okay, we don't go that far. All right.
This is Statesville. Okay. We come as we are.
Black shirt.
So Saturday
black
night
t-shirt.
we'll be giving our awards away. And so Best of Festival, I believe we have Audience Choice. There's a couple of categories. And so our VIPs will also have access to our awards show. And as a fun little Easter egg for people attending the festival, you can try to figure out which film most divided the selection committee. We had one that was people either rated it award winner, 10 stars, or not.
Nothing.
Or absolutely we're not showing.
So we're not revealing what that film is until the end of the festival on Saturday.
So that's a special award?
That will be the Amy Fuhrman special.
Yeah, Amy's purchasing that award herself.
So, I don't know. Why should... Well, let me ask this question. Tickets will be available up until day of...
Even while the festival is going on. So, and like Amy said, the box office is at Lake Mountain Coffee, so we'll have representatives there each day. So come on out and get a ticket. But, you want to get those VIP tickets because of the parties.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of these films, foreign films, are they subtitled?
Yes, they are subtitled.
Which actually, I forget, I was watching a movie on Netflix or something or other, and it was subtitled. And I thought, because they were all speaking in German, and I'm just like, I'm trying to pick out the words that they are saying, was it working? But I thought the subtitles would be terribly awful, but it's great.
It's kind of like closed caption.
Well, yeah, it is. I guess
For us, they can't hear very well.
I guess that's right. And I thought maybe it'd be really distracting, but it's not.
I think it's the opposite. As a lover of foreign film, when you focus on the dialogue, you pick up things that you wouldn't normally pick up on because your attention gets pulled into something that's happening visually on the screen. So lots of times I will pick a foreign film over, an English film just because of that.
I will say that we watch a lot of, I don't know why, BBC America. Mm-hmm. And even though they're speaking English,
I have a hard time understanding. Me too. Same thing.
Some of the accents.
They all run through that. I guess it's like if they watched a Southern film over there in London, it'd be the same thing.
Sure would.
That's right. So
these filmmakers, so they put their films into these film festivals around the country. And what is the hope for, does it rise up to...
The hope is to get the film seen, and the coup d'etat would be that they are picked up by a studio, or they're picked up by... we showed a film, last film festival called the Oslo Diaries, which was picked up by HBO right before we showed it here.
Okay.
It was an amazing documentary. I think it was like 2.5 hours, but it was an amazing documentary. So that is the end goal. They want
to show their talents to where they might get picked up to be a director of another type film. Okay.
And the when you're meeting people throughout the country at these film festivals, you begin to identify people that you may want to work with in the future, or, oh, I love this actor, I love this guy that did sound. So it's like this network of filmmakers and production crew that, you can't really buy that anywhere.
Gotcha. Okay.
Relationships.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So once again, dates, times, all that good stuff?
September 9th through 11th. We begin on Thursday afternoon. Right.
Thursday evening.
Sorry, Thursday late afternoon.
Right. Well, with our VIP screening.
Correct.
And we have our VIP screening and party Thursday, and then our sessions begin all day Friday and Saturday, culminating with the awards at the end of Saturday. Tickets are available if you go to fullbloomfilmfestival.org. I'll say that again.
.org.
fullbloomfilmfestival.org. And you can get tickets. You can get the full schedule of the films, read synopses of the films. And I would be remiss if I did not shout out very quickly.
I was going to say, you need to give a little shout out to your sponsors.
I have to give. Well, I will tell you what. This is the most community-supported festival, and that is kind of unique for some communities. But Statesville Convention and Visitors Bureau cannot say enough about everything they are doing for the festival, and they are our title sponsor. And our next level of sponsors are Piedmont Healthcare and Randy Marion Automotive.
You know them.
I felt like I had to say that with my best radio
That's right.
voice. Like,
Very
you kind of
nice.
have to,
You did
right?
good.
And then we would like to also thank our director level sponsors, Anna and Barry Gordon, All American Sound, Charles Ashe and Brandon Sproul, Centralina Realty, Fairfield by Marriott, Home Run Markets, Iredell Health System, Iredell Free News, Jordan Grant Engineering, L. Gordon Iron and Metal, The Inn on Front Street, Spokeology, and Connect Iredell.
Thank you, Amy.
Nice.
Good job.
I memorized those.
Well, get out there and get your tickets. It's going to be a really cool event. Come downtown, watch a film, have some dinner out, drinks. Just have a good time in downtown Statesville and be exposed to some, I don't know what's the word.
Fancy filmmakers.
Fancy filmmakers.
They're not fancy.
Culture, that's the word. Culture. Thanks, Liz. Yes, culture. So it's coming up quickly, though. That's only 2.5 weeks away, right?
That's right.
So
Wow.
looking forward to it.
Who else did you bring today?
Well, we have Mr. Doug Hendricks with Blue Harbor Bank.
Yeah.
Woo! I feel like I need to have that clapping in the background.
yeah.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So Blue Harbor Bank is doing some pretty cool things in downtown Statesville right now. I'm going to let you tell us a little bit about what's happening.
Yeah, we are so excited. We've been here in Statesville for 6 years. We came up in
Already?
has
6
been
years.
2015.
Jeez.
We opened our doors in April, and we have really taken off and are just so excited about all the opportunities. We looked and looked and looked for a suitable location and have ended up buying some property and having to tear down some existing structures. So we'll be sometime in the next 8 or 9 months, we'll be opening our doors on the corner of Broad, Trad, and Davie. There used to be a lovely white convenience store and restaurant on the site, and those are gone. So we have
They are
lovely.
beautifying downtown Statesville. I mean, it's going to
be fantastic.
Yeah.
It's going to be a beautiful upgrade for this town, and we're just so excited to make that kind of investment in the city.
Yeah. Well, we're very excited as well. So
I'm excited because you'll have drive-through.
That's right. Mr. Buck won't have to walk inside, nor Dave.
But tell us a little bit just about when did Blue Harbor begin? Because
Yeah.
it was. You mean Statesville wasn't right off the bat?
No.
was it?
The bank was founded, and it was all local people. Bill Pope was part of the original crowd that started the bank, as was Rick Teague and some others in town, R.B. Sloan, who some people may remember. But the bank was founded in 2007, opened the doors in January of 2008, which coincided almost exactly with the beginning of the recession.
Yes.
So we survived. We survived that period of time and actually thrived. Coming out of the recession, most banks, it takes several quarters to become profitable. We were profitable in the fourth quarter of operation and have been profitable ever since. And some things I can tell you is it's local. We're one call to Mooresville from a final decision on anything we're trying to do, which is awesome. We have a great team here in Statesville. Many folks know Tom Kincaid. He joined us a couple of years ago. We have Lisa Culvert is the best mortgage banker in the area. My 3 customer service folks are Jennifer Mahaffey, Tara Summers, and Jennifer Jolly. And most of us had all worked together at previous banks. And so it's just a wonderful experienced staff, all from this area. And so that means a lot to a community bank to have actual employees who live and work and play and children go to school here in town. Those types of things, I think, means a lot for a community bank. So we're just excited about it. It's a fantastic bank. We have grown and grown and grown thanks to the response from the Statesville community. So it's been just phenomenal.
So you kind of bring up an interesting analysis, or for the general public to understand, what's the real difference between, Well, first of all, it's kind of interesting how a bank can just start. I mean, with investors, and you never really think about that, how a bank starts. But what's the difference between a community bank and the others?
That's a great question. And I specifically talking about this community bank, most banks, the way you're talking, a lot of banks are started when somebody buys another bank. They find something they like and they buy the bank, and then they move forward. And several banks, that's happened to several banks in town. I mean, obviously, all banks originally started
right,
with
small banks,
and then they continued to merge, like First Union and Nations Bank became Bank of America, and eventually First Union ended up being Wells Fargo. But in our case, every bit of our growth has been organic, which means we've done one loan at a time, we've opened one checking account at a time, and we have built a very successful organization. Last year in June, there are some reports that come out, and 2 different rating agencies reported Blue Harbor Bank as the #1 bank in the state.
Wow,
so
that's awesome.
And that has to do with the quality of assets, the return on investment, the
quality of assets. What does that mean?
Well, that is not making many bad loans.
Okay.
Bringing
That's why
on.
I can't get along.
Yeah.
Sorry, Billy.
That's right.
So but there are a lot of measures of banks, and it involves everything from, those, how many risky assets do you have on your books? How many employees do you have per dollar of assets? And that was one of that. We were ranked the highest in efficiency in the state. So there are just a lot of things that drive investors to want to own bank stocks. And a lot of that has to do with knowing that your management team has an eye on the ball and is paying attention and is accessible to the community. And that's what I love with Jim Marshall, who is our CEO. If I have an important customer that I want to go call on, Jim Marshall will come right with me. And I would doubt there are many CEOs that go with bankers on calls. So those little things like that. And like I say, we're very responsive. Everybody's in Mooresville that we need to get a hold of. So if I need help on a loan or whatever, it's one call away. There's no sending stuff up to Pittsburgh or wherever else people have to go to get decisions made.
And your phone numbers are listed out there, whereas a lot of these other banks, you don't even, like the phone numbers are non-existent.
Exactly. We don't have a press one for anything. I mean, you call, every employee in the bank has a direct line. So we have all the bells and whistles. We have the mobile app where you can deposit checks with your phone. We have the online banking. We offer all those things, but we do not intend for those things to replace our employees. They are tools. And we find that a lot of times the larger banks really do intend for those other sources to replace employees. We have the same number of employees. We continue to do things very high touch, very personal service delivered by everybody in the bank. But, if you want a remote deposit capture scanner to scan your checks into for a large business, you can have that. If you want to make your mobile deposits, and we have some customers that never come in the bank. But I think Billy and Dave can tell you that it's kind of fun to come in the bank.
It really is.
I mean, we have a great group of people that engage. You're not imposing. They know why we're there. We're a service-first organization. We're not telling people to sell something to everybody that walks in the door. And that creates what I feel. It creates a element of trust between the customers and the bankers, so they understand we're in it with them and want to help them be successful in life. So
you guys have a whole, you offer everything from home whatever loans
Mortgage.
to commercial loans. You just run the gamut of everything.
We do. We offer, in essence, everything that any other bank can offer. We offer. We have, as I mentioned, Lisa Culver does VA, FHA, all the, any initials you can come up with, she does those loans. We also have Jason Wood, who many people on this station know from Wood Family Tradition.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He is over our mortgage department, and Jason does a ton of refinances. Lisa primarily works with realtors and does purchase money loans for folks buying homes. So we have Jason, we have Heather Troutman, who is another mortgage banker.
My neighbor, Heather Troutman.
That's right. Bring it on, Heather. So we have those three mortgage bankers run the gamut of our mortgage department. And in Statesville, I do some commercial banking. I would call it more small business, and I do all the consumer lending, that kind of stuff, along with Jennifer Jolly. But Tom Kincaid does the majority of our large commercial business. In fact, he financed the big new hotel over there.
Oh, the Fairfield.
The Fairfield.
Oh, that's a nice one. Good job,
so
Tom.
we've done some really cool things in conjunction with Hospice of Iredale. So we've done some very significant things that mean a lot to this community, and that means something to us because we do that. But we also do home equity lines of credit and car loans, although we don't do many car loans because the dealers do most of that.
Much,
But we have the full gamut of products and services.
Well, awesome. Well, we're just so excited. I know it's taken a long time, 6 years. I can't believe it's already been 6 years. But, they have been searching and searching and searching for that spot to really build that branch that's going to offer them the best exposure. And I'm just so excited about that corner and how it's going to transform that entrance into downtown. That's really if you think about it, it's three kind of major entrances. You're on highways, it's NCDOT. So you've got 90 coming up from East Front Street.
Right.
You've got 21 for Davie, and then of course East Broad Street. So it's just really going to totally transform that little corner there. So.
Yeah, it's going to.
Thank you. Thank you for your investment.
Thank you.
Blue Harbor Bank.
That's right.
Thanks for being you, Doug.
Oh yeah, it's not as easy as I make it look.
Who's financing the building of Blue Harbor Bank? No, I'm just kidding.
You are.
Oh, I wondered about that.
Well, we're just excited, and so you really think that by the second quarter of 22?
That's what we're thinking. We're 6 months behind due to weather and
all the other
the cost. The cost being so crazy.
It was a pretty good mud pit there for a while.
It was, and it was darn near a bigger one because we had a big swimming pool up there that could have been a swimming pool, but we were able to get the dirt filled back in before these storms came in this past
where you had to take the tanks out?
Yeah, we took the tanks out, took some dirt out, brought in some new clean dirt just to be sure. And I had some people ask me about that. I said, well, a lot of people in Iredale County like to keep their money in jars. So we built that. We dug that big hole so people can come bury their mason jars under the bank.
There you go.
But we're excited.
I think the 2 telephone booths are finally gone.
Oh,
are they still there?
I walked by there a little while ago, and I missed.
I
had a lot of people asking about those, and Jonathan Nobinger wanted to put one in Fourth Creek, and I said, I don't know, Jonathan. I don't know who owns those things.
Well, I'll give it to you for $1,000.
That's right.
Yes. Anything left like that belongs to Downtown Statesville Development.
That's right. It was still hooked up. It still had wires going to it, although the phones were long gone.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, we're just excited about, there's as you can tell, lots of stuff happening, and new development being one of them, which is really exciting for downtown. So excited to have great events like Full Bloom Film Festival happening and investment occurring with new structures. And so I'm excited about the future of downtown.
Absolutely. And thank you, Liz Petree, for being there.
You're welcome.
You were kind of off camera there for a little bit, but hey, if it wasn't for you, Marin wouldn't be here today.
I'm the support.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right.
The wind beneath her wings. That's
I'd
it.
be sitting here by myself.
That's right.
So
Thank you, Marin.
thank you.
All right, it is 10:31.
550.